Right, well, hi everybody and welcome back to LUNDY'S Wild Camp Stroke Bushcraft. As you see, I'm back out and I'm up on the northeast coast somewhere, and if you know, I'm not going to say it, but it's absolutely blown a hulu. There was one decent spot and someone else found it where it was totally out of the wind, but we've got some stunning views from here. So obviously we've got the coast in the background, and then we've got a nice waterway going down at the bottom there. The wind's coming from behind us. Mr. Rooney's out and about. He's just up there getting set up. Don't know if you can see him. But yeah, it's I've had a bit of a nightmare. I brought the Lanchan 2 out. I wish I hadn't have. But as you can see from the beginning of the footage, we actually come up on a motorbike. So we had to be a bit choosy on what we brought and what we didn't bring. And yeah, it was kind of windy on the way up as well on the motorway. We're getting blown around a little bit on the motorbike, but yeah, all good fun. So anyway, time's getting on. It's now 10 to 8 at night, and I think Rooney's just finishing getting set up. I'm still doing a few odds and ends getting set up. I haven't set my bed up because I've got me chair made up with me air mat, but the tent, yeah, I think I've made a mistake bringing the Lanchan 2 out, but we'll see how it goes through the night. There's plenty of room in there in all, so you know, if it rained and that, I mean, Rooney want to socialise, there's plenty of room for the both of us to sit inside of there and socialise the night. But the weather's been quite kind. There's been 1 or 2 showers, but as you can see, there's a beautiful sunset going to be happening hopefully, and I'll try and catch that. But let's have a quick look at my actual setup. So as you can see, like, excuse any wind noise, I've got my microphone on, see how that does. As you can see, I've got my Lanchan 2 out. I've never had it out for a very, very long time. And as you can see, it's getting absolutely hammered by the wind. But I've got some Eastern 9-inch nails in there. I've already had the cordage thing snap. This little plastic thing there, crap them anyway, so needs to get exchanged with a metal one. But as you can see, it's holding up not too bad. Hopefully it'll last. And like I say, that's my view for the night. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, we've been all over these hills looking for the perfect pitch, but it just didn't happen, like. So yeah, inside the tent then. So what we've got here is, I'll just tip you up a bit. Right, so inside the tent, obviously, as you've seen, I've got my air mat done with me Firmarest, and it's the Firmarest chair. It's great. Over in that corner, I've got me sleeping bag. It's just the mountain equipment, Firefly, 3 season. I've brought me buffalo jacket, and I've got a pair of comfy shoes. Montane, is it? Shoes. Over there, just a few stuff sacks, brew kit, glasses, a few bits and pieces, electrics, a very small backpack there. And then outside, I've got me Soto cooking stove and pots, 3 Jack Daniels, 3 Cokes, a small trout and 2 litres of water. And then food for tonight. Sorry, I've got the camera on a tripod, so it's going everywhere. Food for tonight, I've got one of these field meals, and then tomat or whatever it's called, breakfast. I brought my drone. That's not taken out the bag at all, like. So yeah, so that's basically the amount of kit I've brought, and very minimalistic. 2 GoPros, obviously, one for the bike, one for doing this, and a small tripod. So anyway, I'm going to see how Rooney's doing, and we'll speak to him later on. He doesn't like being on camera when he's getting set up. But yeah, it's blowing an absolute hoolie up here, like. I think it's going to be a very sleepless night. I I finished work at 7 o'clock this morning. I had 2.5 hours kip, and then we went to Rooney's, sorted out my kit. I had a car full of different bits and pieces, and I've had to leave absolutely tons of it at home. So anyway, I've waffled. I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, that's us finally set up. I've ended up putting my buffalo jacket on because the wind's constantly hitting me, like, but it's nice when you're sat inside your tent, like, but I don't want to be sat in the tent all night. But anyway, so that's my my view for tonight. I've already shown you, absolutely stunning that. It's dead windy, so excuse the noise. I'll try my best with my microphone that I've got. All right, but Mr. Rooney is finally out and about. It's good to have you back, brother.
Hello everybody, nice to be back out.
You might want to hold that, Rooney, because...
Alright, well it's nice to be back out. It's one that Jimmy's allowed us because he's just wanted to go out by himself because he says he wanted to wear feminine underwear and things like that, so he didn't want me embarrassing him and having to go at him for wearing them, you know. But anyway, he's not wearing his feminine underwear this weekend, so we've come out on a little Scottish adventure via using a motorcycle to see troubleshoot like how we manage things if we ever do it in the future, you know. So yeah, show you me crib for the night. Basically I'm in the Hex Peak. Obviously when you're on a motorcycle you're restricted to sort of 30 litres of 30 kilos of equipment on side panniers and the top box, so obviously come minimal. So obviously I've got the Hex Peak. My setup for my bed is my air mat, and all I've got is a snug pack jungle blanket for my bedding. But obviously I've got my fleece, my down coat, and I brought my down trousers to see if it to make sure that I'm warm enough. Then I've obviously got food cooking. I'm on army rations.
Getting blown all over here.
Yes, and that's another thing. Jimmy was adamant this was a better spot than the one I picked, and you should have heard him off camera crying like a girl because like it's really bad here. But obviously, like in this Hex Peak, it's planted. It's just because I've got the door open that things is getting a bit flappy. So yeah, but yes, it's now that time to participate in the local brewery and do as the locals do.
Right.
So yes,
I'm going to get myself a drink and I'll catch you in a bit.
Right, to the pips.
See the ocean, how it sways in the sun, keeping our stories in its motion, lies the truth about us. Things time will tell, we might never know, we'll be gone before it all.
At night now, me and Rooney have just been sitting chewing the fat and tarting shite and watching a nice sunset. Hopefully I've got it on video, and we're now looking at a nice lovely full moon. I'll just quickly spin you around so you can have a look. My tent's getting blown to bits. I haven't been over to check it yet, so I need to go and check it. But aye, there's a nice full moon going on. It's a nice clear sky, so I might try and get a night lapse. Hopefully there'll be some nice stars coming out as well. But it's perfect view, this, looking down through the little hills on the side there. Down, we've got the sea in the background, and we've got like a little bit of a lake, stream type thing down the bottom there. So it's absolutely superb. So just excuse me, I'm just going to spin you around. And we're going to have a look at this ugly mug. That's Rooney I'm on about, not me. It's good to have him back, isn't it?
tell you what is.
Leave it in the comments. Are you happy to see him back?
The only reason why I come to this camp, right, because like obviously I knew if I brought Jimmy, I'd be able to keep the midges away from us, you know what I mean? I don't need Cinderella candles or all these posh, like, what's that doofer that you're just getting?
The flex tail mini.
Yes, just bring
thing.
Jimmy,
I tell you,
right?
that works a treat, so...
Flies round shit, you know what I mean?
It
but
works,
anyway...
It does work a treat that. Like, I've got it in the bag, but we didn't need it because we're getting hit by winds.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'd just like to say, cheers everybody, because I forgot to do it on my first one. I think I haven't anyway. So anyway, again, cheers everybody. Cheers, Rooney.
This is all staged, good
to see you back, bro.
Obviously, we're on a little bit of a gin and posh stuff. But anyway, the reason why we're having...
I didn't drink faggot drink.
Aye. But the reason...
Woman's drink.
Right. The reason why I'm drinking so much gin is because, like, if I get myself pregnant in the night, I might be able to, like, they say, like the old wife's tale, drink loads of gin. And, like you say, you can't get pregnant, you know what I mean?
Are you going over the hill to go and see them lads over there, like?
Oh, right. So when you were stroking me knee before, all right, that's another thing.
That wasn't your knee.
But anyway, as we go on, you know, like Jimmy eats enough food for a small village.
God, yeah, we got.
So obviously, like I'm just sitting here, just watching the fantastic moon. Have you showed them the moon?
Yes, I just have.
The fantastic moon. And Jimmy decided to pick this spot, the windiest spot that we could be on. You know, like it's like getting blown off.
It's got amazing views and it's flat.
It's like getting blown off Everest, this one. But anyway...
It's amazing views and it's flat.
Oh, it's amazing views, yeah.
And it looks like the doors are open.
Jimmy, what you doing? Oh, note. Right, so going on half an hour later. Oh, I'll just try and get a little bit of sun setting and all that. Jimmy, where's my shoes? I don't know. So I had to sit in my tent all night, right? So anyway, Jimmy's saying, I'm getting a bit peckish. I says, at what time are you going to make your main meal? The meal, you know, like the Feel of Village. And he says, I've just had a quick snack. And I'm thinking, quick snack?
Ever?
You didn't have one, did you? But you didn't give me any, because he's got chocolate bars with him. He didn't give us one anyway.
They're for late night.
So anyway, I comes back. Jimmy, right, his teeth used to be 1 inch long, but now they're only ½ inch. He's been chewing on me boots. He thinks it's licorice, you know what I mean? Look at the state of that. Like I say, he's been on it.
You missed his waffle, everyone.
I'll tell you what it is. And now people like get hungry in these like third world countries and that, and they eat bark and everything. But there's Jimmy. If he can't get a cow in a pan, he's got to get a cow out of a shoe. You know what I mean? So there's half a coo that he's chewed. But anyway,
I
digress. But I'll put my boot back on, half a boot.
Oh, I've only got one.
And yeah, tonight has been, it's more of a trial and tribulation sort of thing. We've come to an area we've been before.
I can't get a word in edgeways,
across Scotland. But what we've did is the mode of transport, we've used a motorcycle. So the reasoning behind that is we'll have to carry less gear. We still keep on feeling like that. But anyway, the idea being is we could go and do a bit touring around the borders of the very north of the UK.
Scotland.
So, yes, so we've come out on a little mini tour. Very poor roads, like from A to B straight away. But it was a case of more seeing if we've got enough gear, we can get by with what we've got, and then whatever we don't use, it goes into Jimmy's eating bucket, and yes, we'll see if we can minimise stuff to then go further and do a tour, because obviously we're trying to get the bike weight right and various things. You know?
And it's only my second time on Rooney's bike as well. So the first time we went out, we just went round the doors like Morpeth and like around the coastal areas and things. So today is my second time on the back of the bike, and I feel really confident comfortable being on there, like, because Rooney's a good driver, and considering that the wind was fucking, sorry for swearing there, but it was really strong the day, and a couple of gusts, some side winds. The gusts were just like you could feel the bike getting shuddered to one side, like even cars in front of us were getting pushed in that. But it was enjoyable. I actually tapped Rooney on the shoulder and he pulled over, thinking I was telling him to stop. Like, all I was saying was, "Go on, put your foot down, mate. I'm enjoying it." So, so I think the shock of what I had when I was 15 years old actually disappeared, and I think, we'll be doing a lot more.
But it goes to show us, like, at a young age, and this is people in general, right? This is going on like a third world tangent and all that, like a minus cosine, giving you like a octagon of a Faraday rod. But what I'm trying to say is basically you can be traumatised at a young age by very little minor things. And Jimmy now being 567 doesn't look a day over like 566. But anyway, being out on the motorcycle, he's actually quite enjoyed it. And you know, like I say, it's a two-man team when you've got a pillion on the back, and I need to make him feel like part of the motorcycle and that. So he's enjoyed it. Obviously got aching buck cheeks, like everybody else does. But I had to take his 12-inch strapline out of his bottom bracket.
Oh,
you know, like
you did. It wasn't. That was my butt plug, man.
Oh, your butt plug. All right, okay. Right.
Paul
anyway,
last put it in last night when I got it from work.
Did you? I tell you what is, that's my job, right? I tell you what is, just because you're married doesn't mean that you can have everything our own way.
Hello, Shaz. Love you, darling. Thank you for letting us come out.
Hope you should have hedgehog, Sharon.
Thanks for letting us come out tonight, because it wasn't. This was a lastminute.com camp. This was. So I basically loads of crap in my car and just shuffled it all out. I've got 3 tents in the car.
Can I tell you something else about how selfish Jimmy is, right? Sorry to interrupt
not
you,
selfish.
Right? It's like, so obviously we're coming on a motorcycle, right? So it's like, what can we double up on? So, right then, fair enough, we'll have our own tents because Jimmy keeps on touching me knee when I'm in my tent. So obviously, like, I want them to be separate. But on that is like, all right, and we'll bring one cooking vessel to cook both like sets of meals.
No, we will do the next time.
But we didn't. We brought our own.
Aye.
The worst insult is Jimmy brings his flex tail gear pump out, which blows his air mat up, and he's like sitting on it there now, proud as punch. Here's me with my little inflator pumping away, and I thought, I'm not going to ask him to borrow it. See if he invites us to borrow it off him.
I did come over.
Yeah, when I'd pumped it up.
I didn't know
You
that.
waited until I pumped it up. You know what I mean?
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, don't spill your drink.
Oh.
No, it is. He's always got to spill it because he can't handle
I
it.
wouldn't know if I could ring Just Eat up and get them to deliver with like an 8-pack or something like that.
Aye.
Oh, yeah.
That would be canny, wouldn't
That's
it?
something we'll have to
Anyway,
bear in mind.
we've waffled on for about 20 million years, yes. It's good to have him back, but he does waffle more than me. So I'll catch us later, because I'll probably cut half of it out.
Yeah.
like I normally do.
Hey ho, stick on your big toe.
But next time you see us, we'll probably be feeding our faces with dry meals and whatever Rooney's got. He's got a ration pack meal. And and then we're going to sit and chill, listen to some music. And basically, this is the first time we've been camping out with each other for over a month and a half, I think.
Aye, be a while.
It's been a while, about 6 weeks. So we've just been enjoying what little bit of banter together. And
what it was really.
there's a load of people camping up on the top there in Lanchans, or looks like Lanchans as well. And there's a lad and lass camping over there. Got the prime spot where there was no wind at all, in a little bit of a dip. So if any of you are watching, hello, and I hope you enjoyed tonight.
I wanted to camp next to them so I could tell them, say, listen.
You want to hide the keys in the you want to hide the keys in the pool.
Aye. Listen, if you're going to have sex, you have to be quiet tonight.
See the ocean how it sways in the sun. Keeping our stories in its motion.
Good morning everybody. Well, it's about 10 to 5. I think I've missed the main sunrise. But anyway, it's been a very windy night last night. I've been awake off and on since about 3 o'clock this morning with the wind, and hardly any kit whatsoever, to be quite honest. But this is my view this morning. If I can try and keep this door out of the way. There you go. That's my view this morning. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of sunrise coming over the hill there. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try and, I'm still sitting in my dust bag, like, to be quite honest. The sunrise is gonna come up around about there. And anyway, I was gonna head up onto the trig point up the top there and get a nice sunrise, but you know what it is, it's that windy and it's cold in the wind. I'm just not, can't be bothered, to be honest. So I'm just gonna wait until it comes up there and get it from here. But look at that, man. It's a bloody lovely view. And it's a lovely morning. It's just so windy. It's been windy all night. And yeah. But what a perfect place to pitch, like. Absolutely stunning. Me and Rooney have done a walk all the way along that water edge on the last time we slept up here, and all the way around and then back over to the harbour area right in the distance there. But obviously we won't be doing that this time because we've come up right up here on the motorbike. So yeah, happy days. But anyway, I'll get the camera set up and I'm going to go back to bed, and we'll see if we can catch any bit of the sun coming over that brow there. So you can see it's starting to come. I think the sunrise itself was at about 4:15 this morning, so it should be coming over the hill soon. And I'm going to jump back in my dust bag and try and get some kit because I'm knackered, absolutely knackered, mate. I want to enjoy my day today, so it's bloody windy. See you later. Right, well, that's me and Rooney all packed up. We've just been sitting chilling, and Rooney was doing a review for a little product that he's being given. So hopefully you'll see that video probably before this one, to be quite honest. But yeah, it's been a canny night. We've enjoyed ourselves, had a good laugh, and it's been very windy though. That's the only downside, but as you can see, it's a nice lovely flat area, like, and as you can see, leave no trace. Only thing I've got to pick up is some walking poles that I use for my tent. There's no rubbish anywhere. And that's where Rooney was. And that was my stunning view. Absolutely amazing. Lovely area this. So yeah, windy. Just very windy. So anyway, from me, thanks everybody for watching. There might be some more footage after this bit because there's another YouTuber walking up the road and we're going to go and meet up with him and have a little chat. So we'll probably bring them along on the video as well. But anyway, Rooney, anything you'd like to say, mate?
Yeah, well, obviously we didn't do too much last night because obviously I've never been out for a month and a bit. Obviously Jimmy didn't want us to go with him, so he says I'm going by myself. So that was one thing. But obviously you forget how much somebody eats. And it wasn't until last night and he's eating all these rations. Next thing I know is I turns round, he's chewing me boot. Look at the boot there. He's been chewing the leather off it. He says he needed some more coo. So obviously, with him having a bit chew on, it kept him quiet for 5 minutes, obviously. And I had to sleep with one eye open last night. Like I say, I could just feel him rummaging around, like, you know, like how people get an addiction for licorice and Spanish root and things like that. Well, Jimmy wants to suck the sweat out of me boot, like, so. But apart from that, it's been a windy but a very enjoyable one. Nice to be back out again. And yeah, I hope everybody at home is safe, well, enjoying family life. And until the next one, if he lets us come out, I'll see you in the next one. You bet. Train. Which way do you think the train's going to come?